Hey everyone, my name is TJ and welcome to Hoops and Holler. I wanted to make this video to first introduce myself because this is going to be the first video on my channel. My name is TJ and I grew up in Houston, Texas, and as such I grew up a fan of the Houston Rockets. I got to watch Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming when I was younger, and then we turned into the Aaron Brooks, Kevin Martin, Louis Scola Rockets, and then I got to watch the Rockets kind of middle ground as they got to where they are today. I didn't really watch the James Harden Rockets. I was never really a big fan of that style of play, and so I kind of stopped watching professional basketball. Watched a little bit of the Lakers and Thunder here and there, but for the most part, just kind of stuck to college around then. But I decided I wanted to make this channel and just kind of share my love of basketball with everybody and kind of build up some discussion about it. So here is the Houston Rockets roster. Notable additions this year for me are Clint Capella. During the playoffs last year, we saw Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun kind of run this twin tower setup, and it worked really well. Steven Adams positively impacted the offensive glass. And so I'm guessing they brought in Clint Capella to have another piece that they could kind of rotate in and out with Steven Adams there to kind of force their hand into that situation, right? Another one, obviously, the elephant in the room in this situation would be Kevin Durant. One of the biggest issues in my mind that the Rockets lacked last year was go-to offensive scoring. We had Sengun, but we didn't have anybody that really could take the weight off of Sengun's shoulders consistently. We had Amen Thompson and Fred VanVleet were really the main options on the other side of Sengun. And I think that Sengun just needed more help, and I think that trading for Kevin Durant was a pretty solid move in that regard. Now, my question and my concern with Kevin Durant is his age. You know, he's 37. He probably only has another year or two, maybe 3 left. But for the most part, he's been around a long time, and this is a win-now move. It's, you know, my question with that is, can they beat the Nuggets? Can they beat the Thunder? Can they beat the Warriors? Can they beat the Timberwolves? These teams that are going to be the upper echelon of the Western Conference. And I included the Warriors in that because post-Jimmy Butler trade, the Warriors were one of, if not the best defensive teams in the sport, and they made it very difficult for the Rockets in the postseason last year. But Kevin Durant should be a pretty good pickup, considering he's one of the best scorers of all time, and he can certainly get some gravity off of Alperen Sengun. Now, things I want to see this year out of the team, I'm hoping to see out of the team this year. Steven Adams and Clint Capella, obviously I want to see more of that twin tower setup that they had going. I thought that it worked really well, and I think that it can continue to work well. Tari Eason, Aaron Holiday, Reed Shepherd, Jabari Smith Jr., and Amen Thompson are really the young guns of this team, and I want to see more. Aaron Holiday's 29, so I probably shouldn't include him in that, but young guns that aren't like the established superstar of the team, right, with Sengun, but they have opportunity here. They showed last year that they can really contribute. Reed Shepherd and Aaron Holiday are going to be playing extended minutes at the point guard role now that Fred VanVleet is out. So I'm interested to see how things shake up with that. I think Reed Shepherd has a ton of potential to be really good. So I'm curious to see how things shake up with him. And then obviously I want to see Sengun improve as well. Amen Thompson really needs to develop a jump shot. If he develops a jump shot, a consistent one at that, I think that he has MVP level potential in him. Him and his brother are both athletic defensive freaks, so they have that side of the ball on lock. They just need to develop some sort of offensive skill set. Amen Thompson was getting there, but I think that kind of like Giannis, if he can develop a jump shot, he will be hyper lethal. Giannis didn't really end up developing that jump shot. He just became the best rim runner in the sport. But I think that Amen Thompson, limited by his size in that regard, really needs to develop a fairly consistent jump shot. Somebody that I think that he should be looking after as a sort of framework for how he should play is Anthony Edwards, right? He's a good defender. He's an athletic freak. He has developed into a really good shooter these days. And I think that that's a good framework for Amen Thompson to develop under. Fred VanVleet being out obviously hurts this team. I don't know when to expect him back, whether he's done for the year or if we can expect to see him back at some point during the season. But I do know that his leadership is going to be integral to the success of this team. So that's something that I'm concerned with, is his ability to provide leadership while not being on the court with them because of his injury. But those are just my thoughts about the Houston Rockets. If you want to contribute, feel free to leave a comment. If you like the content, feel free to hit like. And if you want to see more, feel free to hit subscribe, and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Let's be respectful in the comments, though. We want to have conversation, not arguments. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.